Day 135 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're at day 135 and we're still going strong. We're really learning how to do some LeetCode here, y'all. So if you just getting started or you just starting on your LeetCode journey, welcome to this page, y'all, because that's what we do here. That's what we specialize in, getting LeetCode problems done every day, y'all, and encouraging each other to stay disciplined and stay consistent until we achieve the goals that we're trying to accomplish, y'all. So welcome, welcome. And if this is not your first time at the channel, then welcome back, y'all. Now, before we get started today, don't forget to bring your mouse right over here and click that subscribe button for me, y'all. Then after you click that subscribe button, go ahead and smash that like button for me, y'all. And then after you smash that like button, I'm calling all of my bankers. I repeat, all of my bankers. I need y'all to the comment section right now so we can run up this engagement and we can push this content out to a broader audience in order for us to do our part in helping the Swift community grow as a whole, y'all. We're all part of the Swift community, and it's up to us to keep the community growing and keep the community relevant. And in order to do that, we're just going to support the content that's already out here, y'all. So your support is appreciated. Now, let's get into the question. Let's see what the question says. And today we have question number 415, add strings. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well, because we're not going to make the solution harder than it has to be. We're all here trying to learn something, and if nobody understands the solution, then nobody's going to learn anything. So that's why we're going to focus on keeping the solution as simple and easy as possible to understand, y'all. So let's see what the question says. It says, given two non-negative integers, num1 and num2, represented as string, return the sum of num1 and num2 as a string. You must solve the problem without using any built-in library for handling large integers such as bit integer. You must also not convert the inputs to integers directly. So let's see how we're going to do that. Let's see what they want us to do. Let's look at the example first. We have the example 1, the input nums1 equals 11, nums2 equals 123. The output is 134 because when you add 11 to 123, that equals 134. But what we need to remember is we're dealing with strings, y'all. This is a string of 11 and this is a string 123. These are not integers. So when we add these together, there's going to be a few things that we have to do to make sure that they are added correctly and the compiler knows that we're dealing with strings with integers, or so the compiler knows what we're dealing with. Basically, we have to code it properly so that we could add the strings together, and it's not the same as if we were adding integers together. So let's look at example 2. In example 2, we have nums1, it's a string 456, and nums2 is a string of 77. When you add 456 to 77, you get 553. So the output is a string of 553. It's not an integer, y'all. That's the important part. Then example 3, we have nums1 equals 0, nums2 equals 0. When you add those together, that equals 0 as well. But the important thing to understand here is we're dealing with strings, y'all. We're not dealing with integers. So that's going to make the code a little bit more lengthy, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it work, y'all. So let's get into the code, the part that keeps us going, the part that keeps us waking up in the morning, has us excited to wake up in the morning, the actual code, y'all. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to declare a variable called ands. We're going to cast that as a string. Excuse me, y'all. That's not right. That's not right at all. We are going to, let's start off, let's start off like this. We're going to start off with a constant, and we're going to call that char2 int. We're going to cast that as a dictionary of characters, integers. And we're going to initialize it like this. So first, open up the array brackets. But remember, it's an array bracket down here. Don't close them because we're going to put something inside these array brackets. We're not initializing it with an empty dictionary. We're going to actually fill this dictionary up. So let's start with that. First thing, we'll open up the quotation marks, put a 0 inside, come outside of the quotation marks, put a colon, and we're going to put 0. Then we're going to do the same thing for 1. Come outside, put the colon, put 1, comma. Don't forget to put the commas, the quotation marks. Then we're going to do 2, comma. Then we're going to do 3, colon, 3, comma. Then we're going to do 4, quotation marks, 4, colon, 4, excuse me, y'all, 4, comma. Then we're going to do the same thing for 5, colon, 5, comma. Then we're going to do the same thing for 6, boom, like this. Then we're going to, comma. Then we're going to do the thing for 7. We're going to boo bop bit. We're going to put the colon right here, the 7 right here, comma. Then we're going to do the same thing for 8. Put the colon, boo bop bit, put the comma. Then we're going to do the same thing for 9. Quotation marks, 9. Foo fa FAANG, 9. And that's all right there. Boom. Then we're going to come right here and we're going to declare another constant called R. We're going to call this R1, short for array, and we're going to set that equal to an array. Open up the parentheses of num1. Then we're going to do the same thing for num2. We're going to say R2 equals an array. Open up the parentheses, num2. Boom, I told y'all this was a little bit of lengthy code, but it's all right. This the things we have to do to be the best programmer we could be, you know? Just another tedious task as a programmer, just another day in the life of a programmer. You know how that goes. So then we're going to declare another variable. We're going to call this sum. We're going to set that equal to a blank string because we're working with strings. You see how the sum is going to be a string, not an integer, because, you know, sum has to do with math, but it's a string, you know. Then we're going to declare another variable called carry, and we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down here, declare another variable called I, and I is going to be set equal to R1.count minus 1. Excuse me, it should be minus 1, not negative 1. Then we're going to do the same thing for J, declare a variable called J, that's going to be equal to R2.count minus 2, y'all. So boom, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere now. So get all this, get one more look at this, because we're still going. We're still going. See what, in case y'all need to catch up. Now here we go. Boom. Start this while loop. We're gonna say while I is greater than or equal to 0, or J is greater than or equal to 0. Then what we are going to do is we are going to say let I val equals I less than 0, question mark. We're going to say 0, colon, char, 2, and open up the parentheses. No, actually, excuse me, y'all. Open up the array brackets, and we're going to say R1. Open up the array brackets, say I. Boom. Then we're going to come outside of the array brackets and put an exclamation mark because it's optional. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say let J val. So we're going to do the same thing for J. We'll say let J val equal J. Then we're going to say less than 0, question mark, 0, colon, char, 2, int, R2. Open up the array brackets. We're going to put a J inside this time, and we're going to put an exclamation point at the end because it's an optional. And what this is going to do is going to see if I is less than 0. If it is less than 0, then it's going to return a 0. If it's not less than 0, then we're going to return this right here. Boom. And then we're going to keep going because that's not it yet. We still have more to go. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to say let TMP sum for the temporary sum. We're going to set that equal to I val plus J val plus carry. Then we're going to come underneath that and we're going to say sum dot append, open up this parentheses. We're going to say string. Then we're going to open up the parentheses again and we're going to say TMP sum mod. And then after the mod, we are going to say 10. Boom. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to say carry equals TMP sum divided by 10. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to decrement I by saying I minus equals 1. We're going to do the same thing for J. Say J minus equals 1. Then we're going to come down here and we are going to say if carry is greater than 0, then we are going to say sum dot append, open up the parentheses, quotation mark 1. Then we're going to come underneath that and we're just going to return a string because we have to convert it back to a string, and we're going to say sum dot reversed parentheses. That should be all she wrote, y'all. Let's run it. Make sure it runs properly like how it's supposed to. Ooh, wrong answer. Ugh, it's not even not submitted. It just gave the whole wrong answer. So let's see how we got the wrong answer, right? So let's see what we did wrong here, y'all. Hopefully it's not going to take that long. But let's see. What we got to do here. Check see, that should be this right here, var j r2.count should be -1, not -2, y'all. Sorry about that. So let's run it again. Ooh, there it is, and it's accepted, y'all. So let's submit it and make sure it stays accepted, because you know how LeetCode gets. Ooh, and there it is. 14 milliseconds beats 38.78% of users with Swift, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said earlier, we're here to keep the solution as easy and simple to understand as possible because we all want to learn. So right now, at this part in our LeetCode journey, we're not going to be worried about the time too much. We just want to worry about solving the problem and having the ability or being capable of solving the problem. And in order to do that, we're going to start with some simple and easy to understand solutions regardless of the time complexity. And I feel like this is a good solution for that. So get one more look at the code, y'all. One more look at the code before we go. I know it's lengthy, but yeah, that's the code, y'all. And that's all that we have for today, for another day, another LeetCode problem. I hope to see y'all tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. You know where to find us. See you guys then. Peace.